The relocation of civilians has been announced by the governor of the Kherson region as the commander of Russia's military operations says Ukrainian troops are preparing to use prohibited tactics in their upcoming assault on the city of Kherson. He describes the current situation on the front as tense, adding that Kiev's forces are deliberately targeting residential buildings and civilian infrastructure.
НАТОвское руководство вооруженными силами Украины.
The NATO leadership of the Ukrainian armed forces has long been demanding from the Kiev regime an offensive operation in the Kherson region, regardless of the victims among both the armed forces of Ukraine and the civilian population. We have data on the possibility of the Kiev regime using prohibited methods of war in the area of the city of Kherson, and on the preparation by Kiev of a massive missile strike on the dam of the Kakhovskaya hydroelectric power plant, as well as a massive and indiscriminate missile strike on the city itself. This can lead to the destruction of the infrastructure and heavy civilian casualties. In this situation, our task is to preserve the lives and health of civilians. Therefore, first and foremost, the Russian military will ensure the relocation of the population.
The main gist of it is that the situation on the front line is getting tense, especially in the city of Kherson. Russian military is now fortifying its positions. They're expecting a large-scale offensive. We also heard from the commander of Russia's special military operation that the Kiev regime is planning to use some prohibited weapons to attack the city of Kherson. We heard from the commander of Russia's special military operations say that the Kiev regime is basically using amateur soldiers, or also they recruited nationalists who don't care about how they proceed and how they fight on the battleground, that they are willing to do anything it takes to stop Russians from coming forward. And they said that basically they're even shooting anyone who wants to leave the battlefield, their own citizens, basically. And he also said that they're suffering 600 to 1,000 losses per day, their troops. Russia has decided to take a slightly different strategy, a different approach to this, according to him. He said that basically it's not about speed, but efficiency, and making sure that they minimize losses, both when it comes to civilians as well as troops. Now, we are expecting peaceful villages and peaceful cities to turn into battlefields, as we're seeing that Ukrainians are progressing. And so Russia is warning to make sure that there is a safe passage. It's just announced a resettlement program, in particular in Kherson, so that civilians who may be in danger there, so that they go somewhere else, so that they're in safety as much as possible, of course. And they said that right now, they're expecting to take some of their toughest decisions yet since February, since this conflict with Ukraine began. What that means remains to be seen, but we're predicting some tough days ahead.